I remember the exact moment my chest tightened. My phone buzzed while I was brushing off my coat, expecting some mundane work email. Instead, her name flashed on the screen. If you don't like it, leave. I froze. My hand trembled as I unlocked the message. The words were short, sharp, unapologetic. I reread them 3 times, hoping I'd misread, hoping it was some cruel autocorrect mistake. But no, it was crystal clear. My stomach sank. Leave? This party. We'd been invited to her old friend's birthday party. She insisted we go together, smiling the way she always did when she wanted me to trust her. But now, I felt the weight of a hidden meaning in her message, a shift in the air I couldn't ignore. I replayed the last few weeks in my head. The missed calls I brushed off, telling myself she was busy. The time she'd forgotten her phone at home. The sudden excitement over trivial things, like a dress she never cared about before. I started questioning myself. Was I being paranoid? Was this just me reading too much into harmless behavior? But the doubt didn't last. Not when I saw the way she smiled that night, leaning against the doorframe, eyes glinting with a kind of mischief I didn't recognize. "This party is my ex," she said, her tone almost playful. "If you don't like it—" She let the words hang, a challenge more than a question. I wanted to laugh it off. I wanted to tell myself it was a joke, that I was overreacting. But the tension in her jaw, the way she avoided my eyes, it was too deliberate. The air between us was charged with unspoken truth, and I felt it like a punch to the gut. The party was loud, filled with music, chatter, and clinking glasses. I tried to lose myself in the crowd, to pretend I didn't feel my world unraveling. But every laugh she shared, every subtle glance she exchanged across the room, felt like evidence. I found myself scanning her phone, accidentally on purpose, catching snippets of messages I wasn't meant to see. Her fingers flying over the screen, words disappearing as soon as I looked. My heart raced with a sick mix of fear and anger. I didn't want to confront her yet. I wanted proof, a certainty. So I stayed quiet, replaying every memory, every small moment that suddenly seemed suspicious. The weekend trip she planned with her friends, without telling me the details. The way she avoided certain topics, smiled too brightly at her phone, or flinched when I touched it. My mind twisted these fragments into patterns I couldn't ignore. Then it happened. The accidental discovery. A message popped up on her screen while she thought it was locked, her ex's name flashing in bold letters. I stared, frozen, as a flood of truths slammed into me. The late-night texts, the secret meetups, the "I miss you" messages disguised as casual chatter. I felt betrayed, humiliated, and small all at once. She noticed my change immediately. "You're overthinking," she said, her voice calm but distant, the kind of calm that isn't reassuring. It's defensive. Nothing's going on. But the phone in her hand betrayed her. I couldn't unsee it. Couldn't unhear the laughter that wasn't meant for me. Couldn't unfeel the cold knife of betrayal twisting in my chest. I confronted her quietly, in the corner of the party, away from prying eyes. My voice was low, trembling. "Why?" After everything, why him? Her eyes softened, and for a moment I saw remorse. I didn't mean for it to happen this way," she whispered. "I thought I could control it. I thought I was just reconnecting." But the words were hollow. They didn't erase the night she lied, the small betrayals that built up like cracks in glass. I wanted to scream, to break something, to demand my dignity back. Instead, I took a deep breath, trying to hold on to some fragment of the man I used to be before this storm hit. The party ended. I walked out into cold night air, the city lights blurred through my tears. She followed, but I stopped. "Go," I said. She hesitated, the old warmth in her eyes now replaced by guilt. But I couldn't. Not anymore. I walked away first. The wind bit my face, but it felt better than the suffocating betrayal inside. Every memory of our shared laughter now carried an ache, but I knew one thing. I hadn't lost myself. I had learned that love could be both tender and cruel, and that heartbreak could be a teacher as much as a wound. That night, I didn't cry. I didn't plead. I simply let her walk back into the life she chose, while I began reclaiming my own. Each step was heavy. But it was mine, and I carried it with quiet strength. The party, her smirk, the betrayal. They became the lessons I needed. That self-respect matters more than temporary comfort, that clarity comes from pain, and that the heart can heal if you give it the chance. I never looked back.